All right, let's talk about the message. So what is it you're going to say, right? Here's a great, now that you have an avatar, a kind of a person in mind, right? Why should they choose business with you over a competitor? What comes to your mind first? We're better, right?
Customer service.
Customer service.
Yep.
We were thinking
Online
of going a little.
reviews.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Phil.
Reviews seem to be the big thing for me. Google reviews.
Google reviews is a big one. So you just show them that versus your competitors, and here's 82 other people that said we were great. So what else?
Prices.
Prices?
Well,
Sure.
quality.
The quality of the
Quality of
products.
Quality of the product.
I love it.
I have an awning that nobody else in Colorado carries. Has all the bells and whistles. Has the best warranties. So that's how I stand out.
Yeah. Those are great. And even some little additions like Jay, I know that your awnings have the LED lights in them. Little things like that can help set you apart too, right?
I'm the only one that has built-in LED lights into the arms, adjustable pitch for the slope, so when it's raining. So it has all the qualities for an affordable price. So
That's awesome.
all I gotta do is get the phone to ring.
Right. Awesome. So definitely take some time to think of what are some things that sets us apart from some competitors. And it could be all the way through follow through. Do you follow up halfway through the project? Do you follow up at the end of the project? What kind of things related to that as well? What benefits do you offer to your target avatar that they will resonate with? Such as, we always wear our mask, we're always on time. What kind of things like that can you talk about? And it's important here to talk about benefits and not features. So whereas a feature might be the cool LED lights on the awning, what is a benefit of that? Well, you don't have to put up extra lights on the deck. These are low voltage things, things around that kind of stuff. And then the last one is pain points, which we talked about. What are some of those pain points that you can poke at and say, are you frustrated with awning companies that don't offer LED lights? I'm just kind of making something up, right? Are you frustrated with not being able to hang out on the deck after 8 o'clock at night? Something like that. But whatever those pain points are, and then start to poke at those. Because that will agitate people into action sometimes. Here's some ideas: same-day service, emergency services, trustworthy staff, on time every time. I've seen several businesses do that. Obviously, some sort of a money-back guarantee, free in-home consultation. Those are always good too. Phil, I think you mentioned reviews. Reviews are a huge piece of getting people to say yes. And one thing I did want to bring up is there is a difference between a review and a testimonial. Testimonials tend to be something that you put on your own website that maybe are totally legit and somebody sent to you and said, you guys are the greatest. The problem with testimonials is websites like Google don't trust them. And the reason they don't trust them is because you could make them up, right? You can put the greatest stuff on your website about how wonderful you are, but Google's not going to take that into consideration. So getting reviews on those platforms are much more trusted from the search engine standpoint. And that could be Google, which is the big one, Google My Business. But there's also Yelp, Houzz, Facebook. I think they call theirs recommendations now, LinkedIn. But getting these other reviews on these other platforms are going to really help you get more customers, quite honestly, at the end of the day, like Phil mentioned. It's social proof, right? If somebody sees, here, I'll pull up here. if somebody sees 3 results, Shades by Design has 61 reviews, Biscayne Decor has 5, and Shade Store has 14. You know, who is the obvious one that somebody's going to choose right off the bat just from looking at this? It's most likely Shades by Design, right? They've got the highest number of reviews. Now, they might not be the best, but they're definitely the best when it comes to getting reviews, right? They've got a great review game going on. Social proof, I mentioned this, is really just kind of a phenomenon that when somebody sees something like 61 versus 5 versus 14, they're just psychologically more likely to choose the one with 61 because that's what everybody else obviously chose, right? So definitely an important piece to have your reviews, have a good process in place around getting those reviews. So back in your workbook, take some time to actually make the case for your business. What separates you? What are some benefits for hiring you over a competitor? And put those down on paper and kind of start having that, you know, bounce around in your head. What are different things, phrases that we can add to our website that both encourage them to fill out the contact form and at the same time maybe poke at their pain points a little bit.